Un matin, il y a une lecture qui était faite dans Ecclésiaste, chapitre 4, verset 8 jusqu'au verset 10.
This morning, a lecture was made in Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 8 through 10.
Et cette lecture, ça nous va faire encore cet après-midi.
And it's this lecture that we'll reread again this evening.
Tel un homme est seul sans personne qui lui tienne de près.
Il dit, même tel homme est seul et sans personne qui lui tienne de près.
Il n'a ni fils ni frère.
Il n'a ni petit ni frère.
Et pourtant son travail n'a point de fin et ses yeux ne sont jamais rassasiés de richesse.
Il dit, un homme comme ça, il n'a ni petit ni frère, il va jamais beaucoup de travail. Et qui ça, Dieu va jamais se rassasier de richesse.
Pour qui donc est-ce que je travaille?
Il dit, pourquoi ça nous a travaillé là?
Et que je prive mon âme de jouissance.
Et pourquoi ça me fait mon plaisir? On va travailler par un petit, par un frère, par un... Il dit, pourquoi ça me travaille? Par un sœur, par un monde. Et vous privez dans le monde de jouissance.
C'est encore là une vanité et une chose mauvaise.
Il dit, voilà son vanité et son bagage qui est très mauvaise.
Deux valent mieux qu'un.
Il dit, deux vaut mieux qu'un seul.
Parce qu'ils retirent un bon salaire de leur travail. Car s'ils tombent,
s'ils ont tombé,
l'un relève son compagnon, mais malheur à celui qui est seul et qui tombe.
Mais malheur au monde qui peut contre lui et qui tombe.
Sans avoir un second pour le relever.
Sans le monde qui peut relever. Malheur à celui-là pour contre lui tomber.
And woe to the one who is by themselves, who has fallen, without anyone to help them get up. I like the fact that Protestants say, you see me, I have no one. I only have Jesus. You never heard this? I'll repeat it for you. I love when senseless or ungrateful Protestants. Say it again. I like when ungrateful Protestants say, you see, I have no one. I only have Jesus. They're sick. They go to the doctor. And while they're in the hospital and you come to see them, they know they have no one. They only have Jesus. You're in the hospital. And you're giving them a bottle of water. They're hungry, you give them food. You know I have no one. I only have Jesus. Your food is in their hands.
How many
people have no one? Honestly, it's only Jesus. It's only Jesus that I have. You hear me? They're in your car and you're giving them a ride to work. You know I have no one. Only Jesus I have. They have no. They only have Jesus. It's only Jesus that I have. And that's why often they don't appreciate that. And they go even further to say, when it's like, isn't it just the way that their heart is hard? Because it's Jesus that they have. This morning we'll treat a subject with you that says, take care of your relationships. Take care of your relationships. I want to introduce this message while making a reference to the cross of Christ.
Il est bon pour remarquer que la croix de Christ
that the cross of
composée de
Christ
deux barres.
is composed of two pieces.
Where are the
people that went to school? Where's horizontal? Some people said this, some people said that. But we all went to school in Haiti. Protestants. Where is the horizontal line? Some people said this, some people this. I'm confused.
Okay. Let's go back. Donc, il est composé de deux barres.
So it's composed of two pieces of wood.
Il y a un premier qui est vertical.
One that is vertical.
Il y a peut-être un vertical là.
And they're waiting for me to say the vertical.
Qui sortit de bas
that comes from bottom to top.
Qui sortit de bas.
That comes from bottom to top.
Qui ça le fait?
And what does it do?
Établir le rapport entre l'homme et Dieu.
Man and God.
Établir relation qui doit exister entre l'homme et Dieu.
Between man and
de
God.
telle sorte que l'homme doit gagner une relation constante
has to maintain a constant
avec son créateur.
With his creator. I don't know how you call the creator. You can give whatever name you want. However you call him, that's not what's important.
Mais premier, il mettait une relation constante avec votre créateur, avec
relationship with your creator.
Et deuxième, c'est une barre horizontale.
Is the horizontal.
Qui sortit de la droite vers la gauche ou de la gauche vers la droite, vice-versa. Qui établit une relation entre vous-même à l'autre monde, entre l'homme et son prochain. En ce sens que,
in the sense that, one man
pas accompli rien sur la terre des vivants
accomplish anything in the land of the living without the intervention of another man. There's nothing you could do on earth without having someone else that intervenes.
Ce qui, par ricochet,
which in turn
t'a produit ce qu'on appelle une interdépendance.
Produce
une dépendance mutuelle, une dépendance réciproque entre l'homme. Ça veut dire qui ça?
Between man.
L'homme
dépend de l'homme. On man.
Ainsi donc, cher ami, le but de la croix n'est pas seulement consisté à rétablir la relation entre l'homme et Dieu, mais il est là pour rétablir la relation entre l'homme à l'homme. En d'autres termes, cher ami, le principal objectif de la croix, c'est pour restaurer, du moins c'est pour établir la relation entre l'homme avec son prochain. J'aimerais attention sur le fait que la majorité des lois que l'Éternel baille à Israël concernent surtout la relation de l'homme à l'homme. Et Dieu honorer papa, maman,
honor your mother and your father. Who are they? They're man.
It
says love your neighbor. What is that? Man and man. It says do not kill. What does that mean? A man. Do not covet. Covet things of your brothers or your neighbors. The relationship between
En d'autres termes, la loi est configurée de telle sorte que l'homme capable de maintenir une bonne relation, non seulement à Dieu,
not only with God,
mais aussi à prochain.
Also with his neighbor.
C'est ainsi que dans Jean 13, verset 34 et 35, c'est la Bible. La Bible dit,
je vous donne un commandement nouveau.
Jésus dit, moi, bah, un commandement nouveau.
Aimez-vous les uns les autres.
Mais où qu'on qui commandement lié, remets-nous yon l'autre.
Comme je vous ai aimé.
Même Jean me remet.
Vous aussi.
Non, même tout.
Aimez-vous les uns les autres.
C'est pour nous remettre yon l'autre.
À ceci, tous connaissent que vous êtes mes disciples.
Et c'est ça me remet dans le passage.
And that's what I like in this passage.
Il dit qui ça?
It says what?
L'un fait ça.
And when
tout le monde apprenait que nous sommes disciples.
Everyone know that you are my disciples.
Si vous avez de l'amour les uns pour les autres.
Si nous avons l'amour les uns pour les autres. En d'autres mots, cher ami dans le Seigneur, le moyen le plus sûr pour que le monde connaisse que vous êtes disciples de Jésus, c'est pas l'amour pour mon Dieu.
Not when you have love for God.
C'est pas le fait que vous parlez en langue ou d'autres langues.
That's not what it is.
Pour le monde connaît ou c'est disciple de Christ, c'est pas parce qu'on prêche. Pour le monde connaît ou c'est disciple de Christ, c'est pas parce qu'on porte robe longue. Pour le monde connaît ou c'est disciple de Christ, c'est pas parce que vous priez tout le temps. C'est pas parce que depuis on est dans le téléphone, praise the Lord. C'est pas ça veut dire.
That's not what it means. I know someone. When you call them on the phone,
et pourtant de rapala chakala pala 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 Jesus love you.
And they say, may the Lord bless you, my servant. But when I follow that person up close, I realize that he's a thief.
I didn't say what I want to.
When a man decides to have a contract with you, to come to preach at your church, and you agree for months ago, you pay the airplane, they say the same and they preach the same day another church that's offering them more money. If you don't want to call them a thief, I don't know what you want to call them.
Donc, écoutez.
So,
c'est pas leur parler en langue ou bien leur parler d'autres langues
or other tongues
que ou capable dire
that you can say
ou aimer bon Dieu.
That you love God.
Il dit,
it says,
tous connaîtront.
For all to know, everyone will know that you are my disciple if you have love for one another. And I want to tell you, my dear friends,
que la crucifixion de Christ n'est pas pour seul objectif pour établir, du moins pour restaurer la relation avec Dieu. Mais la crucifixion de Christ consiste tout aussi bien à restaurer, n'est-ce pas, relation avec prochain.
Between your neighbor.
Plus grande faiblesse que nous gagnons dans l'église en ce qui concerne la relation, c'est le fait que nous valorisons la relation que nous avons avec Dieu, pourtant nous ne pas valoriser la relation que nous gagnons avec semblables. Et sinon, me permettez pour me dire que autant spirituel qu'on pense, autant serviteur et servante de Dieu pense au tacaillé. Moi, mais tout réussit tout sur la terre des vivants. Il dépend de relations établies avec l'autre monde.
With others. You cannot be successful on earth if you don't have relationships. You can know how to pray or fast. Your success on land depends on the relationships you have.
Souvent, incompréhension de la spiritualité pousse nous à croire que pourvu que nous ayons bon Dieu, pas besoin de personne.
We don't need anyone as long as we have God. We even say, if we have Jesus, we don't need anyone. If we have God, then we don't need anyone. If I have Jesus with me, then I don't need anyone. So we say, we sing it, we don't need anyone. But you who said that you don't need anyone, if you're sick and they don't come to see you, but didn't you say you don't need anyone? Because you had Jesus. You have Jesus. My friend, I have news for you this afternoon. That we all here, in one manner or the other, need someone in our lives. We need to have someone on which we can count on. We need someone who have problems to call. We need someone that you can speak to. Whatever you may have, you need someone. Solomon says in Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 8 to 10, in verse 9, this is what it says. It says,
Deux valent mieux qu'un.
Deux vaut mieux qu'un seul.
Parce qu'ils retirent un bon salaire.
Parce qu'ils retirent un bon salaire de leur travail. Verset 10, il dit. Car
s'il tombe,
si au tombé,
l'un relève son compagnon.
Mais
malheur à celui qui est seul.
Mais malheur à celui qui est seul.
Et qui tombe.
Sans
avoir un second pour le
seul pas un monde qui peut relever.
And you realize that the person that's sad, the most sad, or the most problems in life are those who believe that they only have Jesus. Some people already say they don't have anyone. They only have Jesus. My friend, when you say you only have Jesus and you have no one, you want to say that you're a bad person. I'll repeat it for you. How do you understand that someone spent 38 years next to the pool of Bethesda? 8 years. And the only principle of the pool, the angel would descend, the water would be agitated, and the one that falls first will be healed, whatever illness they may have. And a man spent 38 years, and there's no one to throw him into the pool. For 38 years, no one who sat next to him who was ill as well. 38 years, no one who passed by to look at him. But remember, he has no one, but at least there was someone who's ill next to you. You would make a deal. I will help you fall into the pool, and if you go before me and you're healed, and when you're done, you'll help me as well. But his only conception, he has no one. And because he has no one, he spent 38 years somewhere. Parce que le pas gain personne. Monde qui pas jamais fait succès dans la vie, c'est monde qui met dans l'esprit et qui croit dur comme fer que le pas gain personne. Very strongly that they have no one.
Et seul Jésus.
It's only Jesus. Only Jesus. I want to tell you this
que généralement 99% de ça bon Dieu a fait dans la vie
wants to do in your lives,
il fait à travers un monde.
He does it through others.
99%
of what God is doing in your life, it's someone that He will utilize to do it. In short, I want to tell you, the most part,
la bénédiction d'un homme,
one man's blessing
est un homme.
Is another man. Repeat it for you. You're crying, telling God to bless you, but I want to tell you that one man's blessing is another man. So, your blessing this morning, I want to know, is And it's good to know that you are my blessing. As well. I want you to know that your blessing this morning is the one who's sitting next to you. That you spent how many times coming here and don't even know their name. I want to embarrass you here. I would look at any of you guys here. If it's not your husband or wife that's next to you and said someone else that's sitting next to you and you don't know them. I'm not on this right now, but one day I'll do this. You know I can do this, but I won't do this to you. I would embarrass so much people that you meet each day, each Sunday, and you see them out in the streets, and you say, oh, look at this brother, look at this sister, and you're not ashamed.
Bénédiction, cher ami dans le Seigneur.
C'est souvent cher ça qui chita à mon côté là.
Bénédiction.
Your blessing.
C'est peut-être frère ça qui va côté là.
Qu'on pas même qu'on comment le relayer.
Ou chaque dimanche pas même qu'on comment le relayer.
You don't even know his name.
Quel doit être ligue bénédiction.
That person is probably your blessing. An illness that you have. There's someone that's sitting next to you each day at church, and they had that illness as well. So that means what? They had the healing, they have the medicine for this illness. They have medicine. There is a medicine. But one simple greeting, one simple nod, you say, oh, I was like this as well. This is what I did.
La bénédiction, c'est le monde qui est autour de.
Blessing is the people who are around you. It's the one who are in your environment. You leave your home this morning to come to church. And while you're coming to church, what do you say? You say, Lord, I'm coming to church this morning. I want you to give me a word. Isn't that right? When you say the Lord to give you a word, will God stand right here in front of you and speak to you? But He utilizes me to speak to you. And you say, God spoke to you. Isn't that right? But why don't you believe that God can bless you with the person next to you, through the person next to you, through the person at your job, through someone you greet in the supermarket? Why don't you believe this? I said that
la bénédiction de l'homme,
the blessing, one man's blessing, is
en d'autres termes, cher ami dans le Seigneur, à chaque fois que bon Dieu veut bénir, il toujours cherche un monde
looks for someone
pour injecter
to inject
bénédiction
that blessing into your life. And
Dieu,
this is why
par
God,
le truchement de l'auteur de l'épître,
through the author of the epistle to the Hebrews,
will
will say this in Hebrews chapter 3 verse 1 and 2, and we'll read. This is what it says. It says,
persévérer dans l'amour fraternel.
Persévérer dans l'amour fraternel, l'amour pour l'autre, frère avec frère.
N'oublie pas l'hospitalité.
Pas oublier faire, pas oublier accueillir monde, pas oublier recevoir monde.
Car en l'exerçant, quelques-uns ont logé des anges sans le savoir.
some people you bless. You bless an angel without even knowing. Someone you greeted an angel without knowing. Someone you shook hands with, you shook hands with an angel without knowing.
Et Pierre pourra le confirmer ça dans chapitre 4, dans 1 Pierre 4, verset 8 et 9. Mais ça il dit avant tout.
Et les uns pour les autres une ardente charité.
Gagnez une pour l'autre une ardente charité.
Car la charité couvre une multitude de péchés.
Parce que la charité couvre une multitude de péchés.
Exercez l'hospitalité les uns envers les autres.
Accueillez l'autre
sans murmure.
Sans murmure. Donc, cher ami,
So my difference in
lorsque vous comprenez que Dieu est passé par des hommes pour bénir, vous allez valoriser les relations que bon Dieu a.
Relationships that God has given you.
Parce que
because
vous
you don't know which person
que Dieu pourra utiliser
that God will use tomorrow
pour visiter.
To visit you.
Chaque relation que bon Dieu a placée autour de vous, c'est un potentiel de la visitation de Dieu. Chaque relation que bon Dieu a placée autour de vous, c'est un canal pour bon Dieu bénir. Attention.
I would like to draw your attention
sur un passage
to a passage
que moi avons appelé souvent.
That you and I read very often.
Nous lisons de très souvent.
And we read it very often.
Prêché autour de lui.
They preach about it.
C'est Marc chapitre 8.
It's Mark chapter 8.
Verset 22.
Verse 22
à verset 26.
To 26.
Il dit.
It says.
Ils se rendirent à Bethsaïda.
Ils rendirent à Bethsaïda.
Et on amena vers Jésus un aveugle.
Et on amena vers Jésus un aveugle.
Qu'on le pria de toucher.
Il a prié Jésus pour le toucher aveugle.
Il prit l'aveugle par la main.
Jésus prit l'aveugle dans la main.
Et le conduisit hors du village.
Il conduit en dehors du village là.
Puis il lui mit de la salive sur les yeux.
Ensuite, il mit salive sur les yeux.
Lui imposa les mains.
Il lui imposa les mains sur lui.
Et lui demanda s'il voyait quelque chose.
Il lui demandait s'il voyait quelque chose.
Il regarda et dit, j'aperçois les hommes, mais j'en vois comme des arbres et qui marchent. Jésus lui mit de nouveau les mains sur les yeux.
Jésus mettait les mains sur les yeux encore.
Et quand l'aveugle regarda fixement, il fut guéri. Et vit tout distinctement. Alors Jésus le renvoya dans sa maison en disant, n'entre pas au village.
Maintenant, il y a deux bagages qui intéressent.
Well, there's two things that interest me. The part that interests me the most in this passage is the part that says, and they brought a blind man to Jesus.
Qu'on le pria de toucher.
And they begged him to touch him.
Ici, il y a deux actions.
Here, there are two actions that I would like to put emphasis on.
La première action, c'est que
first action is
il dit,
it says, and they brought him to Jesus, a blind man.
Et tout le monde qui comprend
and everyone who understands French knows that there's two verbs.
There's le verbe amener, le verbe emmener.
To lead and to bring.
Voilà. Bonne différence entre amener.
There's a difference between to lead and to bring.
Voilà.
Are you here? You speak French. Everyone was raised in Haiti. We all here did grammar. Is that right? Am I lying? But now listen. I like the fact that they said and they brought a man. They didn't say they led. To understand very well this part, you need to establish the difference between the verb to lead and to bring. First, let's look at the verb to lead. To lead implicates
de rester avec la personne
implies to stay with that person or an animal being led.
Ça veut dire qui ça?
That means what?
L'homme vient l'église là.
When I come to the church with you, and because I'm going to stay at the church, then I will lead you to the church. That means we come to the church and we sit together and we follow the service, and when it's done, we leave. You're here. So I have led you here. This is not the gospel, this is something else. Is this the gospel? Give me some money. So it says, listen.
Je vous emmène aller.
I have led you to the church.
That
means what? That I came to the church with you. I sit with you. And we worship. And we go. Are you here?
Je vous emmène au cinéma.
I have led you.
M'arriver dans le cinéma.
to the cinema.
We enjoy, no?
We enjoy.
Nous mangeons popcorn, no?
We eat popcorn.
Nous bois coca, no?
We drink
Nous mangeons hot dog, no?
Coca-Cola. We eat hot dogs.
Au point que nous tellement
To the point that
dans popcorn, no?
we are so lost in the
Nous pas même
popcorn.
soyez ça qui passe dans le movie.
We don't even remember what happened at the movie.
Voilà.
You're here?
Les messieurs maintenant jeune fille pour la
And when a
première
man
fois.
brings a young woman to the movie theaters for the first
Les
time,
filles demandent un movie.
and when they're done, ask them the name of the movie. They don't know.
Pas un movie à
anything.
regarder.
They weren't watching the movie.
Ah non que des samba dans tes bottes.
Let's leave this. I'm not in gossip.
Ah vous regardez télévision là, là là. Là là.
You can you have a television. You can stand up. And there have been led.
On vous emmène.
You've led someone.
Ça veut dire quoi?
That means what?
Si moi amené ou non fait, moi
If
fais
I
tout men enjoy, faites la manger, faites
to
la
the
manger, men enjoy ça
party,
va.
I sit with you and I enjoy and I eat with you at the party.
Cependant, le verbe
Yet the
amener
verb to bring
voulait dire l'autre bagage.
means something else.
Il veut dire moi
It
venu,
means that I have come,
me déposer ou,
I have
Et
dropped
puis
you
moi,
off, and then I
moi
left.
qui enjoy you
I
bien
let you
enjoy.
enjoy yourself.
Leur fin
And when you're
enjoy.
done enjoying yourself,
Sauver ou
if
arrêter.
you want, you
Ma
can
vie
call
déjà.
me and I can pick you up.
Mais m'pas obligé
But
participer.
I don't need to participate in
enjoy.
what you're enjoying.
M'pas obligé
I don't
participer
need to
dans ça va
participate
faire.
in what you're doing.
Par exemple,
For example,
lever le matin,
when you wake up in
ou
the
mener
morning,
petit ou l'école.
you bring your children
Est-ce
to
qu'on arrête
school.
l'école là
Do you
petit
stay at the school with your
Le
children?
ça,
Then
ou amener
you
petit
brought your
l'école.
children to
Nous
school.
comprenons ça me dit bien.
Understand very carefully.
Écoutez.
But now,
L'aveugle, il
The
pas
blind
qu'à
man
marcher seul parce
cannot
qu'elle
walk
va
by
ouais.
himself because he can't see.
L'aveugle pas
And
qu'à
the blind man
approcher de
cannot
Jésus parce
approach
qu'elle
Jesus
va ouais.
because he can't see.
De ce fait, vos bagages comme
So
besoin
there's something
comprendre.
I want you to understand.
Là où l'aveugle ne pouvait aller, c'est relation.
To bring the
l'ont
blind
amené.
man, it's a
Côté
relationship.
aveugle la pas qu'à
Where the
aller.
blind man
Qui ça
couldn't
mène?
go, what brought him?
Relation
A
mène.
relationship
Moun li
brought
connaît
him. Someone that he
mène.
knows
100
brought
000
him.
mène.
His friend
Moun
brought
li
him.
fait connaissance
People that
avec
he
mène.
knows
Ma vie tout cher ami dans le
brought him. That
Seigneur.
means what my
Que
dear
quand
friends
on
Lord,
pas qu'arriver dans
they
vie là.
cannot reach in
Que
life.
quand on pas
There's
qu'à
places you
travailler
cannot
dans vie
work
là.
in life.
Que quand on pas qu'à toucher
There's
dans
places
vie
you cannot
là.
touch
Mon
in
besoin
life.
d'une
But you need to
relation
have
qui
a
peut mener
relationship
là.
that will lead you there. That
Que
will
mon
bring
pas
you.
jamais qu'à parler
Some
avec.
people
Mon besoin
never
d'une
speak to
relation.
them, but you need a
qui peut
relationship
mener.
to bring you.
L'aveugle pas capable de
The blind
toucher
man
Jésus.
cannot
Il n'est
touch
pas
Jesus.
capable
He
de
cannot
voir Jésus, n'est-ce
see
pas?
Jesus,
Mais il y a une relation.
but he has a
Et
relationship,
relation ça
and this
mène
relationship
vers Jésus.
brought him
Et
to
mais
Jesus.
relation ça mène vers
And
Jésus.
this relationship brought him to
Ils
Jesus,
n'ont pas
and they
mené.
did not
Ils
bring
ont
him
arrêté.
to stay.
Ça veut dire
That
que
means
ils n'ont pas
they
de
did not
problème. Ils
have
étaient
a
ouais
problem.
déjà.
They
D'ailleurs,
were
si
able
je
to
m'amène
see.
qui est
That
aveugle,
means if
ça
I
veut dire
can
que
bring
moi,
you
ouais
who are
déjà.
blind, that means
Yo,
I can
ouais
see.
déjà.
They
Dans
see
cher ami
already.
dans le
Some of the
Seigneur,
times, my dear
on
friends of
toujours
God,
besoin
you
qu'il y ait un
always
monde qui
need
arrive avant
as someone who reached before you
pour le mener.
to bring
Côté
you
ou même pour qu'on
where
parle.
you yourself
Badakari.
you cannot reach.
Mais il m'a dit une relation.
But it asks for a relationship.
Il m'a dit une relation.
It asks for a relationship.
Il y a des relations
There are some relationships
qui n'ont pas besoin de rien de vous.
that don't need anything
Qui
from you,
seulement besoin de
that
succès.
only want.
Il y a des relations qui ne peuvent
There's some
chercher rien
relationships
en
that are not
retour.
looking from anything
Qui
in
seulement
you in
besoin de
return,
voir
that only
réussir.
need to see you
Il y a des
succeed.
relations
Some
qui
relationships
peuvent chercher un
they're not
avantage.
looking for an
Qui seulement
advantage,
besoin
who
de aller.
only
Qui seulement
want
besoin
you
de passer. Qui seulement
what
besoin
they
de
think
arriver.
would to help you reach. Don't you see there's some people,
Il fait tout ça possible
they do everything
pour faire
possible
succès.
for you
Pourtant,
to be
il n'y a
successful,
absolument rien à
and yet they
attendre
have
dans
absolutely nothing that they're waiting for you in return.
Il y a des relations.
There are some relationships,
ça, le
everything that they want
c'est
for
pour
you
voir
is to
réussir.
see you succeed.
Et ça fait.
And that's why
Ou fait un grand avec aujourd'hui.
you're ungrateful with them
Demain, si Dieu veut,
today,
les
and
dons
tomorrow
encore.
they
Ou
come
fait un
back.
grand avec demain.
You're grateful with them
Les dons
tomorrow,
encore.
they call
Parce
you
que soirée les
again. Because what you call
pour lui c'est
ungrateful,
pas
for them
rien.
it's
Parce que
nothing,
le pas
because
attendre
they're
rien
not
de
waiting
vous.
for anything
Seul
in
ça
return from you.
voulait,
The only thing
il
that they
voulait
want to
réussir.
see you succeed.
Yo amené avec.
They have brought.
Il y a des relations, cher ami,
There's some relationships,
seulement qui veulent faire
only
succès.
that want you to be
Il y a des
successful.
relations,
Some
c'est
relationships,
comme des frères.
as if
Des
brothers
relations
that you
qu'on
have,
gagne,
there's a
les plus
relationship that you
proches
have
qu'un
is
frère
more
qu'un soeur.
closer than a brother or a sister.
C'est ainsi que Salomon va continuer pour le dire.
And
Dans
Solomon
Proverbe
will
17,
continue
verset
to say in
17, il
Proverbs
appelle comme ça,
chapter
il
17,
dit.
verse 17,
L'ami
will be
aime en
it says.
tout temps.
Il dit, amis remet en tout temps.
Et dans le malheur, il se
Et
montre
dans
en frère.
malheur, les montrer comme un frère. Voilà pourquoi il t'aime aux amis. Il faut
And that's why,
apprendre à
let me tell you,
soigner
my
les
friend,
relations.
you need
Mais
to
lorsque
take care
soigner
of
les
your
relations,
relationships. But when
il
you
faut
take care
connaître
of your
qui est.
relationships, you need to know
Dans circle.
who will be in your circle.
Il dit, amis remet en tout
It says
temps.
a friend loves at
Dans
all
malheur,
times, and
les
a
montrer le
brother
compagnon.
is born from adversity.
Lorsque il y a une relation
When you have a relationship
qui veut mener au
that
loin,
wants to lead you
il n'est pas
further,
abandonné au route.
they don't leave
Les
you
pas abandonnés
halfway.
dans la difficulté.
They don't leave you when you're in a
Voilà
difficult
pourquoi, en
moment.
pile fois, cœur
And that's
nous
why
brisé.
often our
Parce
hearts
que
are
on est déjà
broken
pour
because we don't know
établir
how to establish
relation.
our
Nous saisissons
relationship.
pour moi.
I'm surprised to see
Au croisé mon hier,
that you met the person yesterday.
demain bestio.
Tomorrow, they're your best friend. That's not.
Il va pas être bestio.
They cannot already be your best friend.
Ma vidéo,
I want to tell you.
ma vidéo.
I want to tell you.
Dans la vie,
In life,
on a besoin d'un pile relation.
you need many
On
relationships,
ne peut jamais gagner plus
but you'll never have more
que un ami.
than one friend.
Depuis qu'on gagne deux amis,
If you have two friends,
il y a un qui va amis.
there's one that's not your friend.
Voilà.
Are you here?
On ne peut jamais gagner deux amis.
You will never have two friends.
On peut gagner
You can have
plusieurs personnes qu'on connaît.
multiple people that you know.
On peut gagner plusieurs
You can have
relations.
multiple relationships,
Mais pas tout le monde des amis.
but everyone cannot be your friend.
Mais on a besoin de relations.
But you need
Le
a
problème, c'est que nous
relationship.
confondons
You need
relation.
some people confuse
Avec
relationship with friends.
L'homme gagne relation.
When I
avec.
have a
Ça veut dire
relationship
que
with
ça,
you, that means what?
nous
That
qu'à
means
parler.
we can speak.
Écoutez,
Listen,
il y a un avantage que je
one of the
d'Haïti.
advantages I had when I was
Et
in
vous dites qu'on aime
Haiti, and
longtemps
some
qu'à
people
comme
who
ça.
know me very long will know this as well.
Haïti,
Haiti,
c'est un de m'entendre,
I just heard
monde passe misère.
that people
Leurs
went
besoins font
through
bagarre.
misery when they need to do
Vous comprenez pour qui
something.
ça?
You know why?
Parce que dans quelle que soit
Because
boîte
in
m'entrée,
whatever place I
gagne un
enter,
là.
I have a relationship.
mais c'est des gens qui doivent faire
But
un
it's
an,
people
pas
that you
jamais
spent 1 year you've
c'est des gens qui
never
doivent faire 6
spoken
ans,
to, or
mais on gagne un relation.
however long, but you have a
Relation, ça veut dire que
relationship.
ça,
A relationship means
malgré ou
what?
pas
It means
jamais
even
entendu,
though you've never heard
mais
from
on
them,
connaît sous
but you
bloqué.
know that if you're blocked,
Au cas compter
you
sur
can
lui,
count on
lui-même
them.
tout
And they
connaît.
as well know that
S'il
if they're
bloqué,
blocked,
il can compter.
they can count on you.
Son monde nous connaît,
It's someone that you
écoutez. Sur
know,
le téléphone,
listen,
nous connaît, on
if
dit,
you
al
take your phone right now
tiens,
and say,
c'est
this
moi qui voyons la
person is me,
personne.
I sent you, he will receive
Et
it.
même j'entends.
And the same way as well,
Someone vient
if
koto.
someone comes to
Ils
you
ont
and
tel
said
qui
that
voyait.
person that sent
Pas
them,
qu'il doute dans
there's
ça.
no doubt in
Ou après
this,
ça,
and you'll
nous parler
receive
de
them.
relation.
When you speak of
Il faut
relationship,
apprendre à soigner.
take care of your relationships.
Deuxième bagage, action qui posait.
The second
seulement
action that was
yo
posed, not
amené,
only
non,
did
non.
they bring the man,
Mais puisque vous pouvez quitter
because
monsieur,
they will leave him.
avant de quitter le bagage,
And before they left him,
La Bible
there was
dit
something that they did. The Bible said
qu'on le pria
they
de
begged
toucher. Ils ont
him
amené
to touch
monsieur
him.
vers Jésus.
They
Mais
brought
qui ça a
him
fait?
to Jesus,
Ils ont
and what did
prié
they do?
pour Jésus. Ils ont prié Jésus. Jésus t'a pris.
begged
Touchez
him that
monsieur. Ça veut dire
please
qui ça?
touch him. That means what?
Avec la
That means
pas
the blind
contre
man
rien de
doesn't know
Jésus.
anything of
Avec
Jesus.
la
The
pas
blind
contre
man
Jésus.
didn't know Jesus.
Avec la pas
The
même
blind man
connaître si
doesn't even
Jésus
know
qu'a guéri.
if Jesus
Avec la
can
pas même
heal him.
connaître si
He
Jésus
doesn't
qu'a
even know
touché.
that Jesus
Mais
can touch him.
relation
But his
connaît que
relationships
Jésus
know
qu'a
that
touché.
Jesus can touch
Mon
him.
bagaille
And
ou
there's something
besoin.
that you
Mon
need.
problème
There's
qu'a
a problem
traversé
that's
ou.
going,
Qu'a
you're
bon
going
monde
through.
qui
There
qu'a
could be
aidé
someone
ou.
that could
Ou
help
pas
you,
contre
but
si
you don't
Junior
know
qu'a
if
aidé ou.
Junior
Ou pas
can help
contre
you.
si
You
Jackson
don't know
qu'a
if
aidé ou.
Jackson can
Mais
help you.
Josier
But
qui sont en
Joseph
relation pour vous.
in a
Les
relationship,
connaît
is a
Junior
relationship
qu'a
where you
aidé
know
ou.
that
Les
you can
connaît
help.
Jackson
Know
qu'a
that
aidé ou.
Jackson can
Non
help
seulement
you. So
l'aime
not
même
only
contre Jackson.
they will bring
L'arrivée
you to
Jackson
Jackson,
pas voulu
and when
dire
you
rien
come,
pour vous. Ou
Jackson
pas
doesn't want to say
Jackson va
anything
contre
to
ça pour
you.
dire.
You don't know
Mais
what to
puisque
tell you
son
because
relation,
it's a
elle
relationship,
connaît
and
Jackson
they know
qu'a aidé.
that
Donc il ça le
Jackson
dit.
can help you. What did they
Jackson.
say? Jackson.
Moi, je viens avec elle.
I came with
Aidez-le
him,
pour moi. On va
helped him
parler.
for me,
Parce que la relation,
because
les
relationship
parler pour.
speaks for you.
Je me souviens,
I remember
on a fait philo. Même des responsables.
I was responsible.
Et moi, j'étais président du
It
comité
was
de
me
classe.
that was the president
Géorgo,
of the
94,
class.
m'a fait philo. Mais en tant que responsable
And
comité,
as someone who is responsible,
moi, occupé dans bonne activité.
I'm occupied in a bunch of
Et puis,
activities.
mon proche, moi,
And I have someone who is close to
qui,
me
ouais, j'aime toujours occupé.
who saw that I'm always busy
Il dit, Pierre Richard,
and said,
J'aime toujours occuper ça.
The way that I see you're always busy.
Pas de temps pour étudier.
You have no time to study. There's no way that you will pass.
À l'époque, baccalauréat
At that time, it meant what it meant.
C'est tous ces chansons alt composées.
It's to study and wait at the radio if they will cite your name. And I said, there's nothing like that. And he said, and I said, I'll tell you something. If you pass, I'll give you a job. And I said, okay.
Et puis c'est ainsi qu'un dimanche,
and a Sunday,
pendant que tu as
we're sitting, amusing ourselves, and then they're giving the results. They cited this person's name, this person's name, this person's name, and he was next to me. And they cited a name, and I said, that's my name now. And my name was called. Because if that name was called, the next name is me. But it's done. And he said, tomorrow, come to me. He worked at the radio. And tomorrow I dressed because I'm going to an office. I put my tie and I went to meet him. You know what he told me? He appeared. He gave me a small piece of paper. And he gave it to a chauffeur. And he said to the chauffeur, go with him. You're here? And when I reached, when I arrived, I see the chauffeur entered with me in the office. And he said, wait for me here. And he entered. And in a moment, they called me out. And they said, enter. And I entered. And when they finished telling me to enter, after they said, oh, you can go and enter with them. They turned around to a desk and I'm following them. Did I speak? I didn't speak yet. And it's when I arrived, they said, they gave someone a paper, they looked at it, and the person said to the people, we'll present to you today the new contract. This is where I realized that this is my new position. This is where I realized there's so many people that can witness or testify to this, but this is when I realized my title. Are you here?
Let me say,
and when he said to come to him, before I went to him, while I'm along the way on the road, I passed by to look for another job. And that person humiliated me because I said, I am. He said, why are you speaking French? And I continued along the way, and I went to where he told me. And when I arrived, the other person humiliated me because I don't have someone that sent me, I don't have a relationship. You're here? And I reached somewhere that I already have this name title. And when I entered, does the church understand what I'm saying? Relationships. My problems just began. I don't even know. And lead you to where you can't go. Bring you to where you can't go, but you must have relationships. Now, you want to know how I left this title? Because now I have this title. I'm in an office, and they say everyone that's in it, and they say I as well am a part of this job. But and I told you that it's yesterday they gave the results for the class. You're here.
Et puis,
and I appeared.
Mais comptable chef là qui va te faire qui me tellement fin.
But the person who realized that I'm a child just turned 18. He doesn't know when I could finish studying so that I can already be in this position. Because and he saw that I'm so scared because of this new title that I have. Because it's there that I realized that I have this new position. But I told you it's relationships. You're here? And then he said no. Then if you want me to be ill, tell me this. Because if you tell me this, and he called me by my title, he said you came at a great time. He said we will prepare payroll. This is your title, this is your position. But I told you that I don't even know what anything is called in this title. But you have a relationship. A relationship brings you to where you can't. So you must have relationships. And then he told me this because I'm a person. Ever since I was young, I'm intelligent. And I said, quickly. I said, I have no problem. And I said, I have no problem. I can. But there's something I need too as well. And because each office prepares their payroll a way, do the first one for me, how you do it, so I can follow. He said, oh, you have a reason. In my mind, I said, you're senseless. He prepared his payroll. He showed me how it's done. In the same way I took it, and I did a photocopy. It's the same thing that you do each month. Isn't that right? I know the payroll so well. I know everyone's names who's in it. And the next month, I sit down behind my office and I make behind my desk doing payroll. But this, I want to tell you, there's a place that relationships will bring you, but the relationship won't hold you. You need to hold yourself. Relationship can bring you that he begged and then he turned around and left, but now you have to have money to hold it. But if they told me now I have this position, isn't that right? And I'm doing the payroll. I said, well, I have this title and position forever, isn't that right? Then I went to other studies and I studied this job and position. At least if they realized halfway, I said that I'm studying this. Because it's a place that when the relationship has brought us, we want to make the relationship hold us. We don't do our job well. We don't do what they said to do well because we think that we have relationships. But I want to tell you that when they bring you, they just bring you, and they turn around and leave. Relationships can bring you, but relationships cannot hold you there. You have to hold yourself. And often we're not successful because when the relationship has finished bringing us, we understand that we can just sit on the back of the relationship. But I want to tell you that when the relationship has brought you, the first thing that it does, it leaves.
Yo maintenant monsieur il pas parler il pas dire rien.
Speak, he did not say anything.
Yo prier Jésus pour Jésus tout.
For Jesus to touch him.
Et la Bible dit.
And the Bible says.
Jésus touchait monsieur.
Jesus touched him.
Et monsieur guéri.
And he was healed.
I want to tell you, my dear friends,
the
problème que nous gagnons encore, c'est que nous avons une définition erronée de relation. L'autre monde ou gagne relation, pour le bagage qui est dans l'esprit, c'est que ou bien un monde qui est riche. L'autre monde ou gagne relation, pour le bagage qui est dans l'esprit, c'est qu'on bien un monde qui est dans le gouvernement. Et c'est ça qui fait ou mépriser le monde qui est à côté là. Parce que ou pas qu'à connaître son relation comme ça. Parce que d'après vous, pas qu'elle a l'argent assez. D'après vous, pas qu'elle connaissance assez. D'après vous, pas qu'elle pouvoir assez. Mon vidéo, cher ami dans le Seigneur, pas jamais minimiser aucune
relationship that you have.
Pas jamais minimiser.
Never minimize.
Nous allons finir dans le passage ça.
We'll end in this passage.
Dans 2 Rois chapitre 5.
2 Kings chapter 5.
Verset 1 à 6.
Verse 1 through 6.
C'est la Bible dit.
This is what the Bible says.
Naaman, chef de l'armée du roi de Syrie,
Monsieur c'est chef de l'armée roi Syrie.
jouissait de la faveur de son maître et d'une grande considération.
Monsieur te jouit de faveur, mais il y avait des honneurs qui gagnent là. Relation. Ensuite.
Car c'était par lui que l'Éternel avait délivré les Syriens. Mais cet homme fort et vaillant était lépreux.
Mais un homme qui a une relation roi, un homme qui est un grand soldat,
Here's someone who has a relationship with the king, a
Monsieur
great
a une
soldier,
relation
great general,
roi,
and he has relationships with the
monsieur a une
king,
maladie,
but he has an illness
roi pas qu'à faire.
that the king cannot do anything for
Mais
him.
une bonne relation.
But he has a relationship.
Bible dit.
And this is what the Bible says.
Or, les Syriens étaient sortis par troupes
Syriens étaient sortis partout.
et ils avaient emmené captive une petite fille du pays d'Israël.
Ouais, différence c'est là, ils avaient
difference in
emmené
French.
captif. Ça veut dire qui ça? Ils prennent
That
petit
means
ça Israël là,
they
ils mènent dans le pays, ça veut dire
her
qu'ils retournent
and
là.
brought
Ils mènent captif,
here. That means they brought the
une petite
captive,
fille du pays
a
d'Israël.
young woman.
Qui était au service de la femme de Naaman.
Ça veut dire qu'il t'a travaillé, qu'il était servante, qu'il était esclave madame avant.
Et elle dit à sa maîtresse,
Si fille a dit à mettre les, à maîtresse les. Oh,
si mon Seigneur était auprès du prophète qui est à Samarie,
regardez, libre Jean, merci, merci garçon. Libre Jean, Naaman
She
souffre.
looked how
Ah, on
Naaman
l'aime.
was suffering with leprosy.
Naaman son grand chef.
And Naaman, who is
De l'armée
a
syrienne.
great chief of the
Naaman qui a
Syrian
contact au roi.
army, and he has contact with the
Mais
king,
Naaman a souffert avec un lèpre.
but he's suffering
Roi pas qu'à faire pour lui.
leprosy, and the king cannot do
Par contre,
anything
quel
for him.
médecin en la
There's no
Syrie qui a fait
doctor
rien pour Naaman?
in Syria who can do anything for Naaman.
Mais dame qui travaille dans Kaira,
And a woman who's working in the
dame
house,
qui était avec Yoa,
who
dame qui
lives
pas
with the
rien
king,
du tout.
who is nothing at
Dame
all.
qui c'est
The
esclave là,
woman who is a slave
li gen une relation
has a relationship
que Naaman pas gen.
that
Est-ce que
Naaman doesn't
l'Église
have. Does the church understand what I'm saying?
Malgré le pas gen
Even though
l'argent,
she has no money,
malgré le pas
even
gen
though
pouvoir,
she has no power,
malgré c'est
even though
esclave,
she's a slave,
mais li gen une
but she
relation.
has a relationship.
Li dit écoutez,
And he said,
li dit madame,
listen,
moi gen un monde en Israël,
I
que
have
moi
someone in Israel that
li
I
dit
know.
si monsieur y a en Israël l'été,
And if he is in
s'il te
Israel,
ouais monde
if
ça,
he saw that
Il t'a guéri?
person, he would be healed.
en d'autres termes qui ça,
Another term.
li pas gen l'argent,
She doesn't have
li pas gen pouvoir,
she doesn't have
li pas
power.
un médecin,
She's not a
li
doctor.
pas ka guérir
She
Naaman.
cannot heal a
Mais
Naaman,
bon relation
but she has a
connaît un
relationship.
monde
She knows someone
qui ka
that can
guérir.
heal Naaman.
Au besoin une
You
relation
need a
qui
relationship
ka connecté
that can
à une
connect
relation
you with a relationship.
au besoin une relation
You need a relationship
qui pas qu'à faire rien pour nous sortir
that can't do anything for you what you are, but can connect to you
à une relation
with a relationship
qui ka
that can help you. I would like the church to understand what I'm saying. In other terms, the person that you see
qui pas qu'à bord $10
who cannot give you $10
li gon moun li connaît
has someone that they know.
est-ce que l'église là
Is a church here?
li gon moun li connaît
Has someone that they know And the person that they know knows someone. That can put you in a position for your life. But you had to respect this relationship. Often we minimize people because they cannot do anything for you. But I want to tell you today that the person who cannot help you has someone that they know that knows someone that knows someone else that can help you. But you had take care of your relationships. You must take every person as a person. You must treat everyone the same way. You must accept to respect everyone. To not treat people on the basis of what they can give to you, because people that cannot, the person that can't give anything to you, there's someone else that can. I have a boss who gave an example. He said he's someone who's very generous. He's someone who loves to help people. And there was a time that he said, you know why I'm like this? He said, I learned something in life. He said, I have someone who does my lawn or grass at my house. Each period, he cleans and cuts my grass. He has no money. But every time he comes, I do a gesture with him when he finished mowing my lawn. But what will surprise me is that a time, he said, boss, I have someone that I know that would like to speak with you. And he said, when he gave me the name of the person, he was surprised for the name, because the person is in the same community with him, but he knows that person is a great boss. I don't know why. Because he was having a party at his house. And he called the person that was to cut his grass. He said, because he's always cutting my grass and it makes my house beautiful, then I will make a party. And why don't I invite him? And he invited him. And while he cut the grass from another boss, and he said, he called the boss and said, I'll cut your grass earlier today because I have to finish to prepare myself, because I have a party that I'm going to go to the house of this person. And he was surprised. He said, who's a person in this community that's doing a party at their house that reached to invite him? And he said, who did you say? And he said, this person. He said, tell that person I would like to come to the party as well. Can I come? And don't forget, I told you, he's a great boss in the community. And he said it with pleasure. And when he came, knowledge was being made, and it's then the great boss will know what job that he does. And he will say, the greatest client that he ever had in his business is this boss. And who connected him with him? The person who does his grass, who cuts his grass. You have to take care of relationships, my friend. You cannot everyone in your environment. You end in war and fighting. Everyone who passes your life say, well, I'll never enter your life again. Everyone that knows you knows that you're someone who's take care of your relationships. You need to take care. And the woman said, if my boss I cannot do anything for my boss, but I know someone in Israel. If my boss reached to him, they will heal him And effectively, they went left. And went to Elijah. And the Bible said, he was healed. But you know why? Because of a slave that was at his house. My friend, let's take care of our relationships. Let's appreciate people that God has put next to you. Let's appreciate God has put along your way. Let's appreciate the people that God has placed around us. God did not put people next to you for no reason. If you think that you have only Jesus, if you think you only have Jesus, some people, when you ask them who do they have, they say, you see, it's
myself and I.
I want to tell you, my friend, that when you fall ill, me is ill, myself is ill, and I is ill. Repeat it for you. Who do you have?
Me, myself, and I.
Isn't that right? When you lay down on the hospital bed, I want to tell you today that me is sleeping on the hospital bed, myself is sleeping on the hospital bed, and I is sleeping on the hospital bed. Isn't that what you have?
Me, myself, and I.
It's not me, myself, and I. And when you lay down,
you, yourself, and yours.
You cannot find this. You need to call me. And if you don't find me, what do you need to call? Call myself. And if you don't find myself, then call I. Isn't that what you have? Are you here? You must take care of your relationships. You must appreciate people that God has put next to you. You must appreciate the people that help you. You must appreciate those who reach their hands to you. You must appreciate those, when you cough, they give you a cup of water. You must appreciate this. Appreciate this. Because whatever God will do with or for you, He will do it through someone. May God bless His church.
Matin, nous allons faire un exercice spécial. Nous allons prier l'un pour l'autre. Mon qui est beaucoup là, nous allons camper, nous allons camper, nous allons prier pour lui. Nous allons prier pour lui comme si c'est pour tête où nous allons prier. Nous allons demander bon Dieu bagage extraordinaire dans la vie de monde ça. Nous allons demander bon Dieu pour faire des choses extraordinaires dans la vie. Parce que nous bagage chaque année dans le Seigneur. Bon Dieu, mettre des monde ça beaucoup côté matin pour une raison. Rien ne se fait au hasard dans la vie. Mon ou croiser avec pour yon gré.